We're just another piece of the puzzle. We're just another part of the plan. How one life touches the other. It's so hard to understand. As we walk this road together, we try to get as far as we can because we have been waiting for this moment in time ever since the world began. Now that quote comes from a 70s rock band survivor, and you would think, as I'm doing the commencement speech for a Catholic university, that I would include a theologian, a philosopher, or a scholar. And yet, to kick off this speech, I used a rock band. Today is all about performance sprinters for day 39. We are at completion. We need to stop all of our preparation, all of our planning, and we need to perform. And today is the day. And I reenacted for you one of the largest stages that I have had in front of at least 1,000 people at the time, being able to share my kind of accumulation and culmination of my college experience. And so what is it are you doing with your number one goal? It's time to perform. So to help us be better high performers so that we can complete and we can wow, here's a few ideas for you. Is, basically to think about it as like a 5-to-1 ratio. Some productivity and high performer experts say is that for every hour that you are going to be performing, you need to have at least 5 hours of practicing, okay? And we've done a ton of practicing from performance. And you want to be ready no matter where it is. And that's what I love about the Les Brown story with the Gotta Be Hungry. He was ready. When that opportunity came to be a DJ, he could sit in that seat and he could wow. Are you ready for whatever stage you will be performing? Are you ready? Did you hear that sound effect? That was a plane or a helicopter going by. It's like, are you ready? And the answer is yes. There is a time where we all have to step out and make a difference and perform. And we're ready to do that. And there's so many great ways we can do that. Because if you think about, we spend all this time, our performance is like a mountain peak. And at the top is the performance, like we actually made it there. But think of all of the months and years of planning to get to that point. And the mass of the mountain is everything else versus just the peak of the mountain. And that includes all of the preparation, the planning, the strategies, the processes, everything that you've needed to do to get to this point of performing. And that's what Usain Bolt said. One of the fastest man in the world at this point had said, you know what? The performance, the competition part is easy. It's what's behind the scenes that's the hard part. So now we're at the easy part, the performing. This is the fun part where everything you've done, you get to bring on stage with you and have fun, to share that speech of a lifetime, to share that product you've been doing, or just overcoming that obstacle that's been there in that way, or maybe making your ideal weight goal. Whatever your number one goal has been, this is the time to performance, to lay it all out there, because we are in the completion stage and it's time to complete it, to be able to check it off, okay? So your one and done then is to go ahead and perform, complete that number one goal. 2, good for you, is to, improve it. Do it again, perform it again. And in fact, so many people who are so awesome on stage, of course, it's rehearsed, it's performed. They do it over and over again for practice. So keep on performing and enhancing it. And your 3 is key. The inspirational story that I'm going to share with you is probably one of the best all-time performers, at least in the pool, is Michael Phelps. And, major Olympic God, I guess you could say, right? Who's gotten the most Olympic golds and medals. And basically how he became such a performer is that it was his #1 obsession, and he performed every day. He got up and performed as if he was in the Olympic race. And he would perform it visually, mentally, physically. And what's important to know is that Michael Phelps had ADD. He had selected focus that was so important, okay? I've mentioned some about him as well, and I think it's just so important to know that we can perform at whatever level that we are ready to rise to, okay? So it's like, hold yourself strong, act as if this is the greatest performance ever. And that's what's so fun about this, right? I am performing for you. I am giving you my best speech ever that I had given about my puzzle analogy, because that's really what performance is putting one piece of the puzzle next to it, and now you have this beautiful completed puzzle that you're ready to share and perform with others. People have been waiting for what you have to give them, and now is the time to give them the gift of yourself. So we have been waiting for this moment of time for you to step up and give us your performance of a lifetime. From my heart to yours, be love.